Glorify the King. Happy Independence, Bahamas. I give thanks and praise to God Most High, great God Almighty Yahweh, the force of all this universe. In respect to life, I ask God Most High, who's everlasting to everlasting. 40 years later, a nation celebrate in less than 3 days. Today is the 7th of July, 2013. I sit on this property and under this coconut tree with the morning star in the west. It's more where I sit between the west and the north. So I look. So west would be straight ahead. But today I look this way instead of straight ahead. Not west, not north, but not west. At the setting of the sun, giving God glory. On this property, Justice Milton Evans, with the honorable respect that a lordship deserves, I will put up every office that our Constitution have granted to govern our country. Every man deserves a chance to speak in court. No one would ever want what he worked so hard for to be taken away, sir, and given to another without a chance to represent his interests. Now, God Most High is awesome, and Him alone is sovereign. And I want to speak with the greatest respect, and I don't wish to be misunderstood. Sir, you made a ruling on the 31st of May, 2013, in respect to case, excuse me, in respect to case number 01341/2012, in respect to Amos Jr. Miller, Tiffany Patricia Miller may roll. And at the time of the decision, sir, you were the justice who would have ruled, or granted in this case, granted first a divorce to a young lady, sir, knowing on your record there was not one document where the couple, after you would have found out, have at least 3 children involved. You had the decision to grant a divorce to a young lady without certain documents or certain facts being made. Now, can I say an opportunity was not granted to me? I cannot say that. An opportunity was granted to me, sir. However, I have a right to an appeal. And before I go there, I have a right to any copy of any action that is brought against me, whether it's an affidavit that were written or taken out against me, whether it's summonses that were summons that I would be summoned to appear or have to appear before His Lordship, Justice Milton Evans. Now, this all starts with Chief Justice Sir Michael Barnett and a summons also that I would have had to appear before His Lordship Chief Justice Sir Michael Barnett. Case number 00995/2011. Now, with the greatest respect, I was to appear, and I did appear, September 13, 2011, before His Lordship Chief Justice Michael Barnett. Now, because, in my humble opinion, according to the Constitution, my political views in my country, I have become the victim of what I now, after very careful investigation in respect to hereditary esoteric and hereditary and just simply down-to-earth reasons, just by investigating documents and being involved in the political party system, exercising my sovereign and democratic right to hold political opinions and not have my political opinions, or not be, in this case, by the former government and leader, Hubert Alexander Ingram, indirectly and directly, coupled by, well, let's put it this way, to cut a long story short, I have become and been, I have been and is being, and now has become the subject of national importance as it relates to destroying the hopes and dream of this young 43-year-old Bahamian male. I sent a strong message to the enemies of this young man. Faith brought me this far. And the vehicle used was called manners and respect. Now, that's my foundation. And for 3 years, I have been the victim of religious persecution, a conspiracy, corrupt, misguided conspiracy to defraud this man, this young man, out of some facts, but by way of prosecuting the young man. And then you have him running up and down the courts for cases. And then when the police, after destruction in their wake, was left, and 10 months of back and forth going to court, a particular case was dropped on myself. I asked for jobs that were available at the time when I was available and able to do the job. It was taken, the opportunity was taken and given to foreigners. How do you expect for a young Bahamian to survive? And do you think his young wife would stay with him? Now, it's a conspiracy by General Electric Corporation to defraud this young man out of his right to speak on certain issues pertaining to certain matters that was brought to the attention of the Junior Minister for National Security in regards to their a few of their employees and their business practices. Now, maybe you all didn't understand the first time. My grandparents' generation is the foundation of which I remember. Now, I have been changed by the renewing of my mind because Faith is a great thing if used properly. Faith, I was taught, is the substance, as I take these things off my socks, as I was taking a picture of our beautiful sun over our country. God is great. And God alone is awesome. My neighbor is playing some good music. Some very good music. I waited for an opportunity in life to do the right thing all my life. And when I came off, when the system was unable to influence me and corrupt my mind in respect to the streets, that is why on the street it is said, quote unquote, anything a black man do in this country, the 242, the Bahamas, is a crime. Especially after he take his talent to corrupt politicians and religious leaders because of their own selfish gain and motive, wish to continue their conspiracy to defraud innocent individuals out of their talents and their abilities as they go seeking help in respect to equal opportunity. They speak about FDI, never about BDI. It was only Sir Lyndon's generation that I can remember promoted Bahamianization. 50-50. Now, I must admit 5149 is a better deal. However, 5149, on top of the Bahamian average individual who have exercised extreme responsibility in respect to self-discipline, to create, at the end, an industry for themselves, individual, family,